So here we have a 2021 Tesla Model 3. And this one comes in the performance trim level. So you have that dual motor setup. And this one comes in the pearl white multi-coat on the black interior. So as you get to the front end here, you're gonna get your standard LED headlamps along with your LED daytime running lights. And then down here we have 20-inch turbine aluminum wheels. There are the controls for your power windows there, and then to open your door, you just hit that button, or you can manually open it by pulling up right there. And there is your power driver's seat with power lumbar support. And there is your rear seat there. And I'm gonna go ahead and test out the legroom on the right side because I have that seat scoot a little too far back. And there's your back end there, and you're gonna have LED tail lights, brake lights, and reverse lights. And there's your trunk space there. And this one even has the push button trunk there, so you can just close it with a touch of a button. So when you have enough room in the back seat, it's actually pretty comfortable. I will say that this is with the seat pretty close to the front. You can fit a shorter person up there, but someone like myself who's 6'3", that's how the seat needs to be for me. And you can see the difference in leg room, so just keep that in mind. And there are USB-C charging ports there. View of the front. And then there you have your cup holders in the center seat there. But there you have your power passenger seat. So to start the vehicle, you make sure you have your key card here, right in this spot. Tap it there, and then you push the brake, and then it comes alive there. And then you can activate your trunk, charging port there. Then you can lock and unlock. But here you have your navigation system, and you can just type in an address. And then that's your backup camera there. And then here for your driving features, you can toggle your lights here, mirrors, steering wheel. Just kind of go through them real quick because there is quite a lot. And this is going to be important because you can toggle your acceleration there. So you have chill and sport, and then you have 3 steering modes, which kind of dictate how the steering feel is: comfort, standard, and sport. And then you even have this track mode, which they recommend that you only use when you're on the track. So we're not going to test that out, but And there are your autopilot controls there, and then your safety features as well. For collision, lane departure, all that. And then this is for Sentry mode, speed limit, limiter, things of that nature. And this one only has 705 miles, and you have the autopilot. And then you have a pin for the glove box here that you can set up along with your drive modes. You can link that for your valet mode, excuse me. Your tire pressure monitors. And then you can see kind of your efficiency with your driving. And then over here you have FM radio, Bluetooth audio, online radio, Spotify. And then you have your windshield wipers, you can toggle those. And then, of course, you have a web browser here. And then you also have your entertainment, so you can play games, go through your Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, Twitch. And then for your AC, you have dual zone automatic climate controls, and you can toggle that by hitting that and taking the sync off, and then you'll have two different temperatures you can toggle there, along with your 3-stage heated seats, which this one has the heated seats in the rear, so you can just hit this here and then you can toggle that 3 stages, and then all the ones back here as well. And then you even have a heated steering wheel in this 21 model. You can toggle that with the seat heaters as well. And then this one has nice padded wireless charging pad here for 2 phones. And then I have a 19, so I don't have all this in mind, but here, instead of having to have that annoying little click tray where you have to move it back and forth, you can just slide this one, and it's very easy to use. Cup holders, then you have nice center console cubby space there. Of course, a beautiful glass roof there. And there's a view of the back seat. And then volume controls here, and then over here, this is what you'll use for your cruise control. And then for your shift knob, you pull down for drive, pull all the way up for reverse, and then just tap up for neutral, press P for park. And let's go ahead and look at that front space so I can close it, because it's going a little haywire. And there's that front there. And next we're gonna go ahead and take this Model 3 Performance out on the road for a quick test drive. So of course, very peppy to start out with. And we'll definitely test out the acceleration on this thing here shortly. And so far, really nice ride. I should say for a sports car, very nice ride. The seats help make it extremely comfortable though. They're very sturdy, but they kind of hold you in as well. But honestly, with this being so low to the ground and having these bigger wheels, can't complain about the ride whatsoever. It's about identical to my 19 Model 3, and that's a standard range plus with 18-inch aluminum wheels. And of course, the regen is very, very precise, very consistent. I will say I'm pretty eager to test out the all-wheel drive configuration, just to kind of see how it handles comparatively to my rear-wheel drive one. And one thing I can say, of course I drive one for a reason, but these are just so easy to drive in and around town because you just have one speed, so the transmission isn't gonna clunk and do all of that while you're in stop and go traffic. And it's always swift and consistent. I'm about to give it all she's got here. Oh my gosh. Woo! Wow. That is fast. That is really fast. Gotta catch my breath there. And here we have the Autopilot Enable now. And it's crazy, I could go from a 3-second 0 to 60 to just cruising down the interstate instantly. I mean, that was so exhilarating. And I've driven several Teslas, but every time I get behind the wheel of a Performance or a P100D, something like that, it's always a treat. And that was just insane. I kind of want to trade mine in now. I'm gonna try and nail it again coming out of this corner. It's so grippy. It has so much grip to it. Absolutely wild. And one thing I can say, this one doesn't have the full self-driving, and mine does. But hopefully I'll get it in the next week or two actually on my vehicle, because I've been waiting forever. But the autopilot really does what most people would be comfortable with. It's pretty much a lane centering and adaptive cruise control setup, which is really all you need when driving around with other vehicles. So if you want to save yourself $10,000, it's just my take on it. But I'm not complaining about the full self-driving either. And these cars are just so swift. And that's pretty much, I shouldn't say any electric car, but most electric cars having that instant power. You can do things that might be a little iffy in a gas powered car, because you're having to wait for turbo lag, or wait for the transmission to get in the right gear. And as soon as you hit the throttle on this, well, I should say hit the pedal, it's just instant. And I just love the sound of them as well. All you can hear is barely the fan speed from the AC, and mostly just the road noise. So the tires hitting the pavement. Everything else is almost silent. This is crazy fast. Whew. But this is going to bring me to an end of my review of the 2021 Tesla Model 3 Performance.